So today we're going to be talking about giving content away, and if you do, will people pay for it on the back end? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Go Rogue Podcast. My name is Brian Fitton, and this is the podcast dedicated to small business owners, marketers who are trying to give value to their audience, bring some value to them. Right? Give in this world, not just take, right?
That's good.
Yeah, that's right. That's what this is
right.
all about. Yeah, so if you're watching on video, to my immediate right, we have an awesome guest host, Mr. Jason Miller. Say what's up, Jay.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, what's up? And then on the other side is Miss Lauren Lewis. Say what's up, Lauren.
What's up?
Hey, we are hanging out at Red Barn Studio. We're back
Yeah.
in the studio again, so Jason has treated us right, brought us back in here, an awesome setup and awesome microphones, as always. So make sure you guys check him out, redbarnstudio.net. He'll get you hooked up with any audio recording, video, anything. I mean, really anything that you need, right?
Anything
Anything.
except dental work.
We're not even going to go into that conversation. All right. So we like to have a little fun at the beginning of our episodes as well. So we're going to start off with what you're obsessed with this week, right? So, Lauren, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
All right. Well, I am a huge fan of Seven Brew.
Yeah.
And I love that they do their monthly concoctions. They'll do 3 drinks each month. Do you not know this brand?
I've seen the drinks, but I didn't know it was
Get
like.
with it. Anyways.
Yeah.
So this month they have what they call the Irish Blondie. I mean, it's literally the blondie with Irish cream. It's not like crazy, but it's super good, and I really love it. So I've actually had it multiple times. I won't say how many, but it's really good.
Nice. Is that like a little Bailey's in there? Is that what you're saying?
What?
Bailey's?
I don't think they can do that in a drive-through.
Oh, okay. I want to get that to go. A little Bailey's in there, a little Irish cream.
Just the flavor?
Oh,
Okay.
Not at the drive-thru.
Okay. All right, JG Mill, what are you obsessed with this week?
I go through this about once every 6 months. I really think I need a new car, and I get crazy obsessed with searching for the perfect Toyota 4Runner, Subaru Outback, whatever it daily switches. But I get so obsessed.
What is
car
it now?
guru. Right now, it's an Outback.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. It's pretty Fayetteville of me.
That is, you're on the outskirts here. They're pulling you in, man. They're pulling you in.
I have to go 4Runner, though. That's my classic.
Oh. Well, we had talked about a Tacoma at one point.
They're so expensive,
They
man.
are crazy expensive.
Like it's a truck. It's a small truck.
You could probably drive it for 20 years and sell it for more than what you bought it for. So.
I know. But I think I'm going to stick to 4Runner.
Yeah, dude.
I just keep moving up
cool
the
rides.
year chain.
Yeah.
That's what I've been obsessed with that.
Yeah. So my obsession this week is probably got to be Instagram. This is a marketing one. I usually try to do something non-marketing, but I will say this has been awesome because it's like connected me with people. So I reply to everybody who follows me with a video message, something about their profile, and then just thanking them for connecting. It is a lot of work, but people are freaking out about it. Like, I have people like, that was the coolest thing. They're like saying, I've never had anyone send me a video message. It's really cool. And it's taken a lot to kind of get over myself too. It's the first couple ones I had to record multiple times. But anyway, yeah. Oh, did it get you thinking? You're like in the thinking position. He's like, huh.
So what are you hoping to come out of all this work?
Honestly, there's not really a goal other than I just don't want to lose them because everybody like follows to unfollow.
Boom.
And so if you're like legit connecting with them, it makes it a little more real. So, and you also see who's using bots, by the way, because if you send them a message and then they reply back with a generic one and it says like they just send it and it was like active 2 days ago, and I'm like, yeah, that's not you.
I want to do some fake follows for me. I want to get like Sarah's gingerbread cookies to follow you. Like, hey Sarah, your gingerbreads look great. I want to see that.
So there was a local. It's so weird that you say it was like a local bakery that I did this with, and they were kind of freaked out a little bit. I was like,
dude, get off my.
I was like, I love cakes too. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
It could have gone really badly.
You gotta be careful not to be a creep.
I will say, so I have been a little leery. Yeah, just being a guy and sliding into the DMs.
Yeah, don't slide into.
It's got a bad connotation. I have tried to make sure that if it is somebody, like if they have a woman, that I'll reference my wife in general. You know, I'll say, oh yeah, my wife loves that too. Or there's, you know, they'll have pictures of the kids or something like, oh hey, we have 3 toddlers and that's crazy, but thanks for connecting.
That's good.
I'm like, what's up?
That's
girl?
good. What's up, girl? Thanks for liking my Insta.
Exactly. All right, so man, we need to get out of this quick. We got a hard transition. So today we're gonna be talking about giving content away, and if you do, will people pay for it on the back end? So so that's kind of the whole premise of the show is providing value. Zig Ziglar, was he the one that was like, you gotta be more valuable? No, it was not. He was one of those old guys that was just talking about making sure that you're valuable. And bringing your customers value before you ask them for anything. But we're really focused on like you providing high quality content for them and giving it for free. And what does that look like? Does it come back or do you just get taken advantage of? So Lauren has an awesome quote.
I do.
Why don't you kick us off with that awesome quote, Lauren?
All right. It's from tech.co. Before developing a marketing strategy of any kind, it's important to figure out who you're selling to. If you don't want to sell things for cheap, don't. Instead, give away that content for free and price paid products accordingly. This creates a great feedback loop because people trust that you produce high quality content and are thoughtful enough to share it with everyone. Many of them will be much more likely to make a purchase when they're invited to do so, and the ones who can't afford to pay will remain champions of the brand.
Nice. So we were talking before we started recording. Jason and I, we've done I think we've talked about this before, but Red Barn Studio live sessions where we've made 100 plus videos for different artists and stuff, and most of those being for free or for very little money, just to kind of help promote the community, promote artists in general and the music as a passion project. But Jason we were talking about, invoicing those and saying, hey, we're giving this for you for free and we're discounting, but just to let you know, this is how much it probably would cost. And it's not just something that's super easy for us to do. It does take time, but giving them that value in the back end. But yeah, Jason, talk to us a little bit about that, because it's obviously a fine line, with giving especially quality content, but making sure to show, hey, this is valuable stuff.
Yeah. So when I started in the recording business, doing my own thing, I think a general line of thought is you just want somebody to work with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, come, please work with me. It's free. And I think free work at the right time is really important to develop your skills and develop your body of work to then show somebody this is what I can do and then pay for it. So I definitely did that early on as a studio owner. I worked with a lot of people for next to nothing, and then slowly started trying to figure out my value to them. And slowly started charging. So I think it's a good thing to do at the beginning. It's also a good thing to do with people that you really believe in and consider sort of a passion project. We've done that a lot with video, and I've done a lot with audio. It's something I really want to stand behind and associate my brand with. So I'll do work for them for reduced cost. But like you said, I always try to invoice and show them the full cost.
Yeah.
And then say, here's what you got it for. Just so they feel a little bit of how much that should have cost.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, especially in production, in this world of production, there's not any just set template. It's not saying, hey, if you want a music video from anybody, it should cost this, right? It's not a cheeseburger. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it makes sense that it just depends on skill level, production quality. I mean, there's so many factors to it. I started out, especially in the photography world, of giving free shoots, and even kind of naivete here, but I wanted to shoot for musicians. I was like, man, I want to be a band photographer.
Which have no money.
I found that out through the years, that even the biggest bands, because I've shot for some like decent sized people, and it was like, hey, can we pay for your gas to come shoot our photos? And it was like pulling teeth to get.
Oh, dude.
To get that out of there too. Yeah. So Sorry, we're coming back around to like
dental
the dental
references
reference.
are good.
So I had a root canal today. Let's just clear the
get
air.
it out.
Let's get it out in the
root
air.
Canal.
I had a root canal, and it wasn't because my teeth were crappy. Apparently, it was an old filling.
Oh,
and
worst.
Like, it was like I'd forgotten that I even got a filling on that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's like hitting the nerve." Like it's been years. It's been years. But anyway, all right, moving on. So I would say this, especially for photographers. So if you're in photography or in the production world, one thing that I've really seen a trend in, and I've noticed this, is people who are either second shooting for like wedding photographers. So kind of giving some value when it comes to that, getting the experience, building your portfolio out to where you don't have to just completely work one-on-one with the client, not have any experience, and, you know, especially with weddings, kind of like ruin their big day because you have no experience and you're giving them free photos. Or just work with somebody who has that experience, work in that free capacity, build your portfolio like that, and then really kind of learn how to price yourself going into it too. So, but...
Can I just drop a bomb on all this conversation?
Please.
Not referencing any of my clients in the past, but some of my worst experiences with clients were my free to and reduce cost clients.
Yep. Damn.
They actually demand more from you
Yeah.
and expect more from you than you were willing to give because you weren't clear with your expectations and boundaries and some kind of contract or sit down to say, this is how we're going to do it and this is what it'll cost. So when you're doing it for free, that's all out the window. They will take advantage. I hate to say that, but it's happened time and time again.
Yeah.
My worst projects that have tanked and gone awry have been from free or reduced clients.
Yeah.
So there's a point where you have to take the leap and value yourself. And when there's value on both ends and they're got some skin in the game and you have some skin in the game, it's just better.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and so this kind of goes back to even us talking like once you're giving this content, this value away, you know, is it going to come back to you, right? I think I'll just say for myself, everything that I've given has always led to something, right? And whether it be somebody see a video or somebody reference or say, hey, oh yeah, you've got to work with Brian because, you know, he did this for us, and they'll show them a product. And a lot of times they don't say, hey, it was for free. Now that's been my case. And so it's always kind of led to some type of networking or something. I will say, I mean, there are times that you just never hear from them again.
Yeah.
Right. But I have had people that I haven't talked to in 5 years say, hey, I've got a referral for you. I know you did this for us way back when. And so it has always kind of at least somewhat come back around, but that's not the expectation. The expectation is like, hey, I'm giving this to you. I just want you to have it. I want to provide you value, no expectations. And that a lot of times helps in that transition too.
Sure. And if you did invoice them for the full cost with the reduced price, then they know when they go to reference a friend, well, he's going to be some money. He's going to cost.
Yeah.
My worst experience with this, I'm just sharing all these horror stories from the studio world, is from the ground floor getting into the local music scene and hanging out with artists and helping do some live shows for them and running them in different places and doing some free songs. There's a certain group I was running at a little craft fair festival thing, and they were playing. Everybody was loving it. And they're like, shout out to Red Barn and Jason because he's doing all this amazing stuff for all these artists for free, man. It's awesome. I'm like face palmed right there and said, dang it. So I think at that point, though, I had pushed too hard on the free thing.
Yeah.
And I became the free nice guy that had good gear and could do you right.
Yeah.
And so I had to transition to just be more clear about that.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me because creatives don't like talking about money.
Yeah.
And
we just want to create.
We want to create and do good work. But if you talk about the price up front, or even to get creative, like offer some free add-ons, where you could. I know a guy in the mastering world who does a free test master, and that's his lead magnet to get people to then go, oh, master my whole record. That was awesome. Oh, by the way, I cost $100 a song.
Yeah.
So there's tons of that online in the audio world with guys that are educators and that are giving away free content about how to mic a bass drum or how to mic an acoustic guitar. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, you get an email that says, hey, here's my full course.
Yeah.
You should get into. And some of these guys are just killing it in that world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Free content up front. But then you have to make the ask.
Yeah. I think that goes back to Gary Vaynerchuk's jab, 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 right hook. So give, and then ask. Not the, here's my sales pitch. You're going to take all of it. But no, let me just ask. Like, hey, I've provided you value. How about we work something out and we work together? So
yeah, absolutely.
Lauren, do you have anything in this area? I know that you've kind of done some different content and stuff and worked for some different brands, but how do you feel about it? What are your feelings right now about this?
I think my feelings, there is a line. To understand that, we're a quality company, we have quality products, and we do deserve, a monetary, reward for that, for providing a service. But I think it's more in a spirit of generosity within your company that, once they've signed the dotted line, hey, once in a while we'll throw something on you didn't even ask for.
Yeah.
And it's not something sometimes it's even on one of your packages or listed. I just did it because I've really enjoyed our relationship. Yep. And that's not something that they, are going to be able to like haggle you. It's not something that's going to really come back to you, I don't think. And so it's more having that spirit a part of it. I think just that generous spirit, that it's more about it being a relationship and being human. But at the beginning, it's definitely like we're a business. Like we still, you have to honor both ways of the street. So
I think a phrase that relates to that a little bit is this whole under promise, over deliver idea, which I don't like the word under promise because I kind of want to like promise what I'm promising, but I promise what you're going to do, but then over deliver every time. Hey guys, like in my studio world, we still got a couple hours in the day. You guys are wrapped up. Like, you want to do it in the bonus song? I'll do it. Let's just do it, man. Cool.
That's huge.
Hey, we do this all the time with our sessions, Brian. We'll be taking photographs all night along maybe during setup of a live session, and then we'll shoot the live session and be like, hey guys, we got these great shots of you. Here they are.
Yeah.
And just offer them to the artists for their own promotion. And that goes a long ways.
True.
Add value.
And without the expectation that they'll tag you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because you may get harassed in the end. So they may take your photo and put a terrible filter on it and then not tag you, which is okay if they already threw out a little.
I know what you're talking about.
So I'm just saying if you're gonna take somebody's photo, make sure
just leave it alone. Just leave the photo alone. No need to add a
just saying
high contrast filter.
It's getting real in here tonight. This is a therapy session more than anything.
This is very good.
But anyway, all right. So just to kind of finish up here and just kind of close out, like what are some things, I guess, best advice for people who are really maybe even getting started? And I say that in the business world or even the marketing world, like trying to kind of kick off and get things rolling, but they're trying to either build a portfolio or they're trying to build out their clientele or whatever, they want to work with bigger clients. So because there is some validation in that when you have people you've worked with who have bigger names, so what's kind of some advice for somebody looking to really start giving value without expectation, but hoping that it comes back around? Lauren, we'll kind of go to you with that one.
So I would say finding that sweet spot is probably going to be the most important, that you don't need to have to do all your work for free.
Yeah.
You're not a college intern for forever, but you don't also want to give stuff out that nobody wants. Giving a stress ball with your logo isn't really that exciting. So it's finding that sweet spot of content people really care about and they appreciate, and then they want to come back for more, but they're not running away with all of your business for free.
True.
Yeah, my advice would be always do great work, even for the projects early on that you may not be super excited about, because your reputation in the creative world will precede you everywhere you go. And if you are that guy that just kills it every time, no matter what the project, that's going to come back around.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Absolutely. I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Miller said before with the extra little bonuses and that extra little ad, just that it may not be always free up front. Hey, this is my price. I can do a little reduction, but hey, I'm going to throw in a few of these extra little things, right? Because I feel like in this world of like, we're all human, we all want to feel connection. If I'm coming to you and then on top of that, you're believing in what I'm doing, or you're saying, hey, this is really cool. Like I want to help contribute to this a little bit more. I think that even maybe goes a little bit farther. And I try to remember that too. I actually got a message today and this person was doing something really cool and we were talking about pricing and stuff back and forth. And I started to respond with very generic, basic response. And I stopped and I was like, you know what? I just want to thank you for what you're doing because it was in the mental health arena. I'm like, there needs to be more people like you who are taking this stuff seriously. Yes, you're providing value and whatever else, but I just want to take a second and say thank you because it's a hard place to be in, trying to make money in that space too. So thank you for what you're doing. I believe in what you're doing. And then then going into like just trying to keep a human aspect to it as well. So
yeah, not be so fast paced, Instagram swipe, oh, that looks cool, move along, but really dig into the human nature.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's good.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, Jason, where can people find more information about you? If they do want to come in and do an awesome studio setup, track some drums or bongos or,
Yeah, we'll track anything within reason. Let's see. You can find us on Red Barn Studio on Instagram. We'll pop up there pretty early in your search, and at redbarnstudio.net or at jason@redbarnstudio.net. How about that? Email.
There's that email. Doesn't go, you guys, this is a special on the podcast. Just so you know, that doesn't go out to everybody.
Yeah, this is only for podcast listeners.
Only podcast, just special for podcast listeners. So make sure you guys do well, and obviously we'll have the all the show notes and everything on our website, goroguex.com. The awesome Miss Lauren does that every time, so make sure you guys check out the book. She does an awesome little write-up and some quotes and stuff from there as well. And then we do some audiograms on Instagram after the fact, and we kind of make it a little special. So make sure you guys check that out. So,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're bringing that value.
Bringing the value to the people.
Dropping it like crazy. So anyway, hey, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you later.